Hello, I'm Bartolomeo Rizzo, the founder of Earth Government, and I'm here to discuss about universal basic income and its implementation within Earth Government. This will not be a strong digression within the field and the topic of universal basic income, but so that everyone is on the same table. Universal basic income is essentially the act from usually the government or an institution to provide money for free, just for existing, essentially. Not because you work, not because you have a job, not because you sell a product. No, you exist and you get a certain amount of money to fulfill essentially your basic human rights that are exploited and need to be provided through a contract, for example, buying food. And there are various stakes on this matter, depending also on how much radical you are, because, for example, certain people fear that people will not seek a job, will not be useful for society, so to speak, if they have money for free. Why should they work? That's a legitimate concern if people care about the status quo and how the system works currently. That's fair. On the other side, not having enough money basically doesn't really make a difference then. It helps a bit, but for example, we have the problem that if everyone gets 500, yen, euros, rupees, dollars, whatever you want really, then what's stopping me from raising my rent by 500 whatever dollars, let's say? It's not the same as starting from zero and starting from 500 with everything offset by 500. But we can see how the power of universal basic income diminishes money to live better within the system. It's a good first step, an important first step in a strong direction and a difficult path, but it's still inside the economic system, and that's fine. As a first step, it's a good thing anyway. And if we are in a position of power, for example, we are a mayor of a city, one of our members becomes mayor of a city, or our party, and we return to the parties soon, takes a leading position in national government, then we can experiment with universal basic income. It's proven that as far as welfare is concerned, universal basic income is either provides a better condition from before, or it's neutral. It doesn't harm people. So experimenting in providing it, it's not gonna harm anyone. And as for the market, some experiments show it's positive, some show it's negative, some show it's neutral. It also depends on your position on the matter, but honestly, we are anti-capitalists. We don't care about the market that much, and that's usually what people don't get about universal basic income. Universal basic income is for people to live better. It's not for the market to work better. If that happens, yay, we are so happy, but we don't care about it. That's not the point. The point is to not fear poverty, not fear the inability to pay your rent, the inability to have food to eat for the night, not have clothes to, cover yourself. It depends where you live, but this situation can affect people, and we need to protect them from this in certain ways. And universal basic income is not even one of the most important ones, if I have to be honest, because it's anti-capitalism. And anti-capitalism within Earth government is not mandatory. it's something we care deeply about. It's the second mission, if you want, but it's not the first mission. The first mission is ensuring human rights are respected, and this includes shelter, food, clothing, which basically means even without universal basic income, we would push to provide the people with the food, shelter, and clothing. So it's not even necessary, you know, but it's still important for more aspects of life because it gives you security, financial security. It gives you the freedom of choice to a certain level because you are safe from certain repercussions of your choices. And sometimes in this society, we can't take the choices that are better for us because they will affect us financially, and essentially the system will, trample over us if we take the wrong choice that could be the right one under different conditions that care more about ourselves than the market as society. Let's take this possibility. We are stuck in a job that gives us not good money, decent money. We need that to live currently, but maybe we are mistreated, harassed, whatever. We can't leave. We just can't leave. Or we're just stressed. And we would like to take a pause, but if we take a pause, we cannot. Or what if we want to study and we can't pay for our studies because in certain countries you have to pay for them, or you have to pay a lot? Well, universal basic income may not help for everything, but it can help to be a bit more free to take different choices, and that's what we want to go for. And essentially the idea is, as a first step, that is to go for minimal basic income, which basically means enough money to survive, not enough money not to work, or just you could technically survive of it without working, but your life wouldn't be that good. I'm not really a great fan of this. I would prefer a more generous amount of money that allows you to live, not only to survive. But as we said, this universal basic income is a first step. And this minimal universal basic income is a first step towards the first step, if you want. So it's a good start because it's easier to accept within the system. It's easier to accept within society, and that's what we aim for. First of all, we need to spread this system, this alternative, and first steps, baby steps, if you want. So yeah, that's how we want to go for it. And the idea, returning to party, is that every member that is in power or has the idea to get in a position of power of any kind will and can put universal basic income as a possible, or probably not even possible, but suggested, like as Earth government, we invite our members to promote this system, and as an organization we will regularly schedule experiments within society. So you put it in your political program. That's what we are saying. Because to explain this in greater detail, as I said, as Earth government we cannot impose it because sadly, but rightfully so, Earth government does not enforce anti-capitalism. We enforce and protect the human rights and the respect. What we can do though is not as an organization but as a party. I am Italian and there is Earth Government Italy, which I'm also a founder and a member of. And if I go for a presidential position, I will put in my program, in my political program, anti-capitalistic measures as a political position. That's not the same as an external organization to push for them and enforce them, but we are free to do so. And that's kind of the idea. From outside and from inside. From outside we can only intervene on violation of human rights. From inside we can do more. And that's where the promotion of anti-capitalistic ideas goes. Will go from the inside. That's the idea. And so that's mostly everything, yeah. There is another aspect I was forgetting about. That's financing. As for now, we don't have funds. It's just starting at government. But if we'll ever have funds, we will finance universal basic income projects. That's one of the possibility we will have as an organization, because we still want to promote it. Or we can propose an experiment. We can finance local communities. Even if a local community within a non-earth government nation wants to try and experiment with universal basic income, we evaluate the project and then decide if founding it. And we could. That's one of the goals. That's one of the possibilities we want to explore. And that's basically it. If we are really lucky, I mean, to be fair, we don't even care too much about funds because we want to change the system. We are anti-capitalists, but we can't change it immediately. So if we have funds, and we have a great amount, we could even promote individual universal basic income, so that people, not nation, have it. So let's say Earth Government Italy doesn't win elections, but there are members of Earth Government Italy. We will guarantee them a certain amount of money. This depends if we have the possibility, the economic possibility to do so, but that's essentially the idea. Jumping some steps, essentially. Yeah. And that's basically it. I don't think there is much else to discuss about now. We can talk more, of course. That's always up to debate. It's the foundation of change. Yeah, discussion is the foundation of human change, or one of them. So, see you soon. Let's hope this takes a good direction.